We all live our own lives. But is that the optimal way to live our life? G'day and welcome to Small Steps Through Life. Today we're at Battle Hill and I'm looking at the idea of how we live our life. We each have our own life and we know that. If I eat, it doesn't fill you up, and if you eat, it doesn't fill me up. And sometimes, because of that thought, we tend to try to live everything by ourselves. We try to make sure that when we succeed at something, the only person involved is ourselves. And there's merit in that. Absolutely. But does that mean that it's the best way to do things? And I'm going to give you a thought. And the thought is that the advantage with working with somebody else or working with a team is that you get a few of the blind spots covered over. Imagine the idea of thinking of things but not knowing your errors. Imagine writing a story or writing a poem or doing a podcast. If the only person I checked my podcast against was myself, then what are going to be the results? The results can easily be that the blind spots are going to appear. In my podcast, I could be speaking a whole lot of rubbish. So what do? Well, I check the contents of my podcasts externally. I don't just use myself as a reference. I have a scoring system at the end of it, because I don't know my blind spots. And that is the way with all of us. So, in a team, what we can do is we can offer our point and then get counter information back. The idea being that with several people, the chance of the same blind spot reduces. It's the reason that if you write something, you are very, very rarely going to be the best editor. In fact, you know you're not going to be, because otherwise you wouldn't need an editor. It is the reason spell checkers exist. Have you ever written something and thought, that's really good, and then you put a spell checker over it, or a grammar checker, and you kind of think, oh, mistakes. Well, of course. And an editor is an even more advanced version of that. They're going to spot logical inconsistencies in the story or the poem. Does it mean that you failed? No, it doesn't. It just means that you didn't get it perfect. You got an idea down, you got a start of an idea, and somebody else can come along beside you and refine it to take it from 95% to 99%. Does it mean you're less of a person? No, it doesn't. We all have blind spots. The difference is, in working with a team, you've got to admit that you're not perfect and that getting input from somebody else is valuable. So, next time you think it's better to do it alone, maybe it might be better this time to work with a team. Work with somebody else. See what happens. And on that note, I'm going to say, see you later.